Dear friends, it's a good morning and welcome to a very beautiful Tuesday morning. Right, my name is the Reverend Adzika Vincent 𝗟𝗏𝗡. Well, if you want to call me yourself Adzika, as I always want to be called, you can do that as well. Today as well, I am going to stand in for the entire presenters crew and to do this here alone because our sisters are still on some leave, yeah. But by the grace of God, there is the strength and the ability to be able to stand in for them. And so it's a good morning. Maro wezo namikata rokomebia biamba miafokan ha alo miegalabaji. Na mi alabaji ko miacho la miafuaji miacho miadomoiga maba miacho. Well, all that I'm saying is that if you are still sleeping, then you want to wake up because it's time for work. I am already here at work and we are starting the happenings of Tuesday. Well, we want to go into the words of the scriptures and encourage ourselves in the word of the Lord. So our scripture today in 𝗟𝗜𝗙𝗘 is taken from Psalm 149 verse 4. Psalm 149 verse 4. Psalm 149 verse 4. For the Lord takes delight in its people. He crowns the humble with salvation. For the Lord takes delight in its people. He crowns the humble with salvation. Onyankopon nani je ne mamu nani kumu ne mamu na afi so eduru baabi a wode ahenche a eye enkwagye ahenche ema wona a wobre wo mo ho ase. Wode enkwagye ahenche enkwagye eche ema wona wobre wo ho ase. Anopa me bom paye said the Eradi ayi akwakodu biara. Said the Eradi eye ni biara. Obema ahobrase no etimi ama ne hum ne so. Eduru baabi a ya na kakra Eradi aye nimdie kakra Eradi de amayen. Ho fe kakra bi. Sika kakra bi tinama ahobrase kakra ba ye nipa but ene ka ho hye kakra na obo ho kokoshem kakra em say watumdika akowanim kakra wakowanim kakra. Don't go before God and don't go ahead of God. The word of the Lord is saying, the Lord, his delight is going to be obviously in the person who is humble, and he is going to crown the effort of that person with salvation. Said ye baby, said ye tibi radi be ye frimu e ye radin kwagye. Enti yare no be ye frimu amanehunu no be ye frimu wohia obe ye frimu koda na adwendwene a eda yeso nyina onyankopon ebe ye frimu nyame nka ho na on shode onyankopon ma nanu onyam no enkoso a enua wo so ewo Yesu Kristo edinimu. All right, the name remains 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘 Vincent, and I am still standing in as an independent candidate. Me say me pa cho to me so aba na wo to me so aba so emfa mpem me mema so fati me nchen migusu ejina mu kontenkra me deba. Welcome on board to Tuesday morning, of course, your favorite Christian morning show here in Ghana. Sorry, Nation, wake up to a purposeful day. The television network has not changed. It is WTV, a product of the Methodist Church Ghana. Now, what are the highlights? And yetimi sheshe abano ma ebi ebabe yibi ede kokoyo ma de. And so the highlight for this morning, some good news, some sad news. Well, there's renewed unrest in Boko, resulting in the death of scores of people in the area. Well, we are going to tell you what indeed government's response is to this. Well, is it another purported allegation? Boko, Asan Sorio, Boko. Well, meanwhile, if you are planning to foment trouble in the upcoming general election or engage in acts to undermine Ghana's democracy, the U.S. government has a word for you. So, pese ode erukasem, etrutrasem, edurua abatu imwa. US government and so you want to be careful with that one. Well, if you are experiencing doom so in recent times, we have some answers on why you will have to sleep in darkness under such an excruciating circumstances, such an unfair happening. But we will give you details as to why it is so. Now, rather on that sad note, we will also tell you about the death of one of the presidential candidates in this year's general election. So there are supposed to be 13 various faces on the ballot box. One of them, surprisingly, has been called to the maker. We will give you the details as to who really this person was. So this and many others we are bringing to you on this Tuesday morning. Well, to some portions of our habitations, there was drizzling. To some others, they slept in doom so. To some others, they didn't enjoy the comfort of their pillow. If you couldn't me and na a year womo empasokra, but said ye tianing in a rade ehuye mobo, eninti ana ye jinaha anope. Well, say ye shasi amunim say ye code dero part 1 and 2 na fe ya jemre krana ya ko insurance ni apomudin ye clear ni nyina wia ye beko eye asem kese so wonim say asem kese ene asem edaho asem edaho. Well, today we are going to welcome a youth activist, so called, well, the director of the YDM of the Methodist Church Ghana, to come discuss some very important things with us in terms of how our young people are supposed to equip themselves as we Ghana towards December 7th. Ruka samni tutra samrantie na kokoyo mrewa ene nkwakorade sebe omuti omube bia womu twen kra na erade ade emfie kakra saka omabre. So we are going to engage a person who has worked with the young people to see how we can find solutions to some of this happening. Well, after that, we go to your favorite WhatsApp on social media. Together again, we will bring you celebrations. Well, if you have not sent your birthday yet, you want to quickly rush and send them to me right now. It is a birthday time. Well, it is not only the birthdays, but remember that you equally have the opportunity to send to us what remains of all the other celebrations. Dear friends, so those and many others we are bringing to you here on this network WTV. Our sponsors still remains the same. Downwall Insurance is still helping us with all forms of insurances wherever you think you need help. Downwall Insurance is well able to help you. Is it the motor insurance? Is it your pension scheme that you need to move from that other insurance company and come to this other insurance company? Well, Downwall is here to gladden your heart. Methodist University is still opening up admissions for prospective learners who want to come and upgrade themselves in a tertiary education. Still remains excellence, morality, and service. MIPL. Oh, if you need a ministerial vestment or you want to be cladded in this apparel that you see me here, atade no ye fa no aka se atade no ye fa oba ema peel ebehwe na oma ye bibia ma fa omu ginger drink no wono mo ema oyam eda ho se fine na fa ye fi ho na yakọ eye KFK Foods oyam da ho na udidi a ya na aduane no etimi ye odepa KFK Foods anope chef aye ready a wo serve aduane no ope anope aduane ewie aduane afa enwumre aduane na wakọje take away kakra. Community 25 Annex Afe Ambassadorial Enclave ewo Enkran CD House area mo uko baby a friend Wesley Towers na ubenya sa aduane ibi edipa umbrella clothing wetimi abre ema ntade fe wo se waye krado se obepam ahyew enye sa so na opeya no boutique bi umbrella obe sorto kra afi Wesley and you anope yechia osofo afotunate afi so kra no yechia the very reverend Popsing J. Ebenezer, or also Ejinamupa, Nafe, the Bishop of the Tema Diocese, the Right Reverend Samuel Ufuri, Achemunashe, na Wesleyan Dio, no, it be Etimia accounts. Afe, Ope Bessia Boa, me Pachoko, multi credit for her, Menconco Bob Bessia in free Yanum Biwa, Omumwakra. Piptas Institute, Omuguso Ehe, Adjunimu Emaya, na Yeniso, Yenije Pase, Yebetimi, Akosua, Ejinaho, na Piptas Etimi, Aye Humudru. Na waye yadwene mu ho etochema na afi otimi ahwe ne kakra ama menka se bibi akoso ne mumi ana mesi anu akohwe wadwene mu kakra hu hia pa me pacho se wuyi ni nyina firi ho dia ye ni so kra se ye betimi etu fani akọ Christian Service University so open university papa e wokuma se ye betimi amankwala etimesua de ne mpanifo kra de ana upese udimirika pa eko eye odene ho kwada so na okokoje eye adisua pa afi the new kid on the block, the new kid on the block, the new kid on the block, the new kid on the block eye Freeman Methodist Guest House anope se wuku kumase na watwin waye wadwin so beku kumase na otwe wieye so beku kumase amepa cho bomodin ne koda eye Freeman Methodist Guest House papa pa ba ko a woda asumudwe pa na wunya oson da ye pa enye sa hotel na ukoda ya no waso da ye nan kabirichi abeifo mponche ene edi atrenchi ewo woda ye mpacho enye sa hotel a atotia ba kokora eni ntontom eye mosquito free hotel empani mususu eye dene ensuo nam hwa mu se hwihwihwi nso hie upebi atwati a obenya bi Freeman Methodist Guest House afi ko kitchen ne kodidi okọ assistant fo anom on be sorto. Well, we are ready. Are you ready? All right, so if you are ready as I am going to take a runabout, and when I come back, the route 1 and 2 is going to be the next segment. In the meantime, my name remain Osofo Adzika Agbamanya Vincent. God bless you.
Methodist University College Ghana, yenya presidential charter, inti ye Methodist University Ghana, inti ye ne upe baby pa, abo wabodini, enya ngume suyamu nimdiye padia, admission no koso, postgraduate, undergraduate, diploma, and certificate programs be to say, nursing, educational assessment and evaluation, guidance and counseling, psychology, economics, HRM and management studies, marketing and supply chain management, communications, IT, accounting, social work, port and shipping management, and a PhD in education, dear. Order for Methodist University Ghana. Nanika Seme Womune say, what's the candidate today? Or 30% discount. Ane 30% discount. Any Methodist, a sorry menina. Shushayan campuses nibi, our dance suman, Sama, Wenchi, National Song, say our day, any evening, import weekend sessions from Ponso, our mature entrance exams and so air coso. 83 Mikasi na admission air coso. Ain't Shabubiano for 0558 309059 and now acquire website www.mug.edu.gh. MUG, the rich brand. Meth UG. We have the zeal to educate.
KFK Foods is an award-winning world-class restaurant with over 10 years experience in both local and continental dishes. We render services for parties, cafeteria services for schools and hospitals, individuals, corporates and institutions, as well as groups who want to treat their partners to delicious meals and services. We have all local and international dishes including banku with tilapia, fufu with light soup, fried rice with grilled or fried chicken, assorted fried rice, fish with chips, noodles and spaghetti, pizzas, pastries, shawarma, beef and chicken sauces. All kinds of breakfast baskets in Accra. Locate us at the Ambassadorial Enclave on the first floor of the Wesley Towers at 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. from Monday to Saturday. In Tema, locate us at Community 25 Annex, where the event center is located at 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. from Monday to Sunday. For all orders, call us on 0244 637647 or WhatsApp us on 050 33 17153. KFK Foods, you deserve it. Do you need quality and professional ministerial attire? Be it cassock, clerical shirts, stoles, preaching gowns, preaching bands, wedding gowns, and sanctuary vestments, then your best destination is a Methodist Investments and Properties Limited, MIPL. Individuals and churches can also contact MIPL for their African wear, both male and female, curtains, church or institutional anniversary clothing, Friday wears, mufflers, diaries, liturgy books, souvenirs, badges, Lacoste and t-shirts, among others. MIPL produces natural fruit juice such as ginger, pineapple, mango, millet, banana, as well as specially prepared ginger powder to boost your daily vitality. MIPL Property Management is also available to both individuals and corporate institutions in managing your property and providing investment solutions. Locate MIPL office at the Grant House inside Adabraka, Accra for your businesses at affordable prices, or call us on 0242 122 787. If you are looking for an office space which is spacious with a car park, 24-hour security, standby generator, then look no further. The Grant House building is up for rent and is located adjacent the Holy Spirit Cathedral, Accra. Call us on 0242 122 787.
All right, dear friends, welcome back. It's a good morning. The name hasn't changed at all. It is still also for Adzika Vincent Agbomenya. Well, I am still seated here as an independent candidate, so I've asked that if there is any election you want to vote for me. 𝗟𝗏𝗘 so Anna Yedu. 𝗟𝗏𝗘 is proudly sponsored by the Freeman Methodist Guest House. The guest house that has all the facilities needed to accommodate our guests. More importantly, you have food that is served under hygienic conditions both in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. If you are looking for a good place to rest when you are in Kumasi and its enclave, please locate Freeman Methodist Guest House, specifically on the Tafo Swami Road opposite West School. You will find an elegant, beautiful structure of the Freeman Methodist Guest House. Dear friends, welcome on board. It's time to enter into the stories from the WWW. And the first story I have here, so very sad, is the demise of one of the presidential candidates of these year's elections in Ghana. And so let's go into the story right now. The founder and the flag bearer of the Ghana Freedom Party, 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗿𝗏, has been reported dead. A very sad one. Now, according to multiple reports, the 2024 presidential candidate died at the Ridge Hospital while receiving treatment in Accra on the evening on Monday, 28th of the year 2024. However, the specific health condition that led to her death remains unclear. Now, she was 72 years old. 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏 was number 3 on the ballot paper for the 2024 elections and was actively preparing for the anticipated elections with nearly 33 days left. She had promised free vehicles for journalists' duty, free port service for the clearance of goods, free education, proper remuneration for farmers, and other policies she aimed to implement when she wins this year's election. Now, for Arehosemo, yedi etudwa ama yenyina enese eye mame 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏𝗘 a oye otitire ni kofabai a wonua susokura na ye to no so aba eye afi a ne din kra ewo ballot paper so afi so kra ne mfoni so ewo ballot paper so a oda the Ghana Freedom Party ano ye mami edaya wansore ye mami daya wansore wayo onyankro pondia onyankopon afre no kra say womra na homigye mu ese mami na ne hododo no adwoda ya ye nyina ye ba adwuma no na ye de ne du eye aresabre ewo Ridge Hospital ewo ankran ha no mami yensom entimi anye yia ye kana rehosem se wakwa kotoa nananom ewo ense do mami na ne ho anika na ade ba kwa ye de beka no ne kasa bia ya wota ko se enye no na mami kura wetwam na wo kasa sedie nko a ne nsenkwa mami waye onyankopon dia na wo bontoa no wo hyebo senka journalist for de obema obi aka atenam na wetwi afesu so kuafo oni ekuafo ena eba abaye adwuma afesu so ode bibi efi amano ne eba na ode ba Ghana ha ono obegine mu kura ma we ni free the friend duty free enya de a we tu atro untia teku enti na arehosem a ye de etu edwa eno no well ye di mirikadia na ye ko a next story for the morning. It is that sad news from Boko. The Ministry of Interior has imposed a curfew on Boko in the Upper East region effective Monday 28th October 2024 from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. daily following renewed and daily clashes in the area. The decision was reached during an emergency meeting of the National Security Council chaired by President Nana Addo Dankwa-Akufo-Addo in response to escalating violence tied to a long-standing chieftaincy dispute. Ashafo na ye to aso na ye se Boko ana se no yetimi editabo ato musu biemu se obia ntimi nkonkonkoda pa ebo beye nunsia enwumre de na wada afeso betimi soso asori a na abo nunsia anopa ne nyina nkamfu ano eye menteme ho ase ye nyina ye nimu se Boko de ahensam a ekoso ewo eye abusua mienu entamo eno ana akwakoba ne se asama ne homene so enti ye de tabo ato omuso se obia nkonkonkoda ente empaso na eye sa Security Council ye nyina ye papa His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa-Akufo-Addo no ana wada animu a wetimi atabri tabo e de ato Bokofo so se curfew intimi enhase from 6 to 6. Now from there we are moving straight to that announcement from the US that is giving some renewed respite to all of us here, Ghanaians who are well-meaning and want a very peaceful election. Now, US announces a new visa restriction policy for people undermining democracy in Ghana. That is our next story here. Right, the United States has instituted a new strategy to safeguard democracy in Ghana. This move, which comes in the form of a visa restriction policy, comes barely a month to December 7th presidential and parliamentary election. The Department of State is announcing a new visa restriction policy today that will restrict U.S. visas for any individual responsible for undermining democracy in Ghana. Now, this policy will take effect in advance of Ghana's presidential and parliamentary elections scheduled to take place on December 7th, the year 2024. Na ye ka se eye USA na womo anam jinenia ewo Ghana wodi atu dwa krakrakra se obi a wono wodi erukasem na obeye se sao na odi entokwa ebeba December 7th abato ayeba beto no de sawo ya no woko se okwa visa yemfasa visa no ema no enti obi a obeye erukasem obi a etru asem ebesi nani so se woma Ghana ye kabiba minka bie no entimi enko nanim a wone de ntokwa ana wo se wobeye na wama enipa bi etimi ahwere wo nkwa e wa abato aye ba beto no US force wo sa wo ya no ba na wo pe visa ye mfasa visa no emma intina asemba kwa ye de air to hono. All right, so Albangbagwin orders a return of Supreme Court writ on vacant seat, and this is also coming from the House of Parliament and specifically from the office of the Speaker of the Parliament of Ghana. All right, the Speaker of Parliament, 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, has directed the return of a seat of court document served by bailiffs on the parliamentary services, citing constitutional immunity under Article 117 of the 1992 Constitution. Now, this move, communicated through an official letter from the Office of the Speaker, highlights Parliament's stance on judicial procedures involving members of Parliament. Now, in a letter addressed to the Supreme Court, the Speaker's office noted the attached processes which were left at the Legal Services Office of the Parliament, served by the 3 bailiffs of the court on Wednesday, 16th October 2024, are hereby returned. Now, the statement signed by the Deputy Clerk of Parliament, Ebenezer Jatro, the Speaker's office, stated that the service attempt was contrary to established constitutional provisions and a recent directives from the judiciary. Now, according to the letter, Speaker 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 referenced a circular issued by Justice 𝗟𝗜𝗩𝗘 𝗟𝗜𝗩𝗘, the Judicial Secretary, on 12 July 2024 within the title Enforcement of Article 117 and 118 of the Constitution. The Right Honorable has directed the return of the attached processes for your necessary action. The letter concluded suggesting that the judiciary take note of the constitutional restriction regarding the court's document to the members of Parliament. All right, intina ye to aso ora abangbagbe na wenya enkrata bi edi efri se ensamane bi abam a efri court se eye House of Parliament enim se enkonwa bi akoba ne se adampan eye the speaker nkasa edi tudwa a ye nyina yenim se eye the Supreme Court of this land wetimi de tabo ato eye speakers speakers so ejina tumi e wo so no akasa ene sa de ye twen na Supreme Court wetimi akasa na wabua ansa ye nyina ye betimi aba entenase eno ana wo sanya nsamane foforo na sansamane kire se speaker etumi eye no woka bibi efa sa enkonwa nan na atompan no nsamane no bedu ni hope no se dabi mintimi enka ho asem sese asem no Supreme Court di sansamane na mode abrem me pa achewe mo sanfa nkonkoma Supreme Court na Supreme Court entimi eni hu abobo me de mintumi enka ho hwe isa setabo edame so a me twen na Supreme Court for etimi ede asem no ato de se eda. Well, in that vein, we want to go to Quarcoo and listen to what they are saying. Obviously, they are blaming the recent power outage on gas shortage in Ghana. All right, so the Ghana Grid Company, popularly known as Quarcoo, has clarified that the ongoing power outages in parts of the country are due to a gas shortage to power the thermal plants, affecting electricity transmission. Now, this comes amid irregular power supply in parts of the country, with some analysts and a section of the public cautioning that doomsday could be making a comeback. All right, so this is coming from Director of Communications at Quarcoo, 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Bampo, who have been heard to have put her signature to this effect. Na ashefo ye to aso no Ghana Grid Company womo ana se VR efete enyinam na womutimi edibifa omumfidie so enade pole atente na afi womo edema ECG won ton ebi emaye na yesusu yentimi nya bi o ye fiefie omo no mode atudwa se na nse obehwe ana eduru ba bi ana kane adum eno ana oka se enye womo anya bo apayo kwabrani bia nkogina ho a wodundum la nemum eye enyinam enframa hoden a yede ebeso eye sa electricity mu na afi etimi kura afete ne yenya bi na yesoso yede ayedwuma o yemfie mu sa enyinam mframen ashorto ashorto nti gas party yenya bi kra na yetimi e de afete eye enyinamu ama yetimi e de bi akokọ afie mu na the Quarcoo pa kire ne se nansen se dum so bi abade a na enyomania emum eye gas a yebehia na afi yede apower eye enioma ese yede power no na afi yenya ye kanea no eno ana yentimi enya bie. All right, now, so to the next story, court refers alleged galamsey case involving 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 chief to the Chief Justice. That is the next on my story items. And so let's go. Now, the Kumasi High Court has referred a case in which a mining company is accusing the paramount chief of the 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 traditional area, or 𝗟𝗜𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 the fourth, to the Chief Justice to determine the appropriate region for the hearing. The decision follows disagreement over the jurisdiction where the case should be heard. Now, while the mining company cites security concerns as a reason for wanting the matter heard in Ashanti region, the paramount chief's lawyer argues that the case should be heard in the central region where the alleged incident occurred. All right. Entina ye toaso no ye nyina yete ensembia e course so efa eye mining company bi ene ohene poporo a wono no eda eye kuro bi a ye frɛ no twifo 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 eso eno ne koba se sa mentemi ho asi eba ye ekokopie court na sesei de aba ne se eye wohene ene ne lawyer se asem no esi wo central region enti central region na afi yebetimi aye na afi yaka ensem ni nyina afi so eye mining company no eso e de atodwa se asem no ye kan wo central region wo mu nyi ni se ahobambo papa bi abewo ho amom to musuru ti senye sa de anka yemfa asem no enko eye Ashanti region ni ngongonko di sa asem nti aye twen mamentwe a sesei de ye se enko se court mpenifo muntimi enditermine na afa yenhu baabi a asem no yebekwa akodi no na yenya baabi emfa pomansi na bibia enko ne kama. All right, so with that I am pleased to finally give us what I will call the last story for the morning, and it is Manchester United that is in trouble again and so forth. All sports lovers, you know that there is trouble brewing at the Manchester team. All right, so Manchester United have sacked manager Erik ten Hag following the club's poor start to the season. Now, Ten Hag's final game was Sunday's 2-1 defeat at West Ham, which left the club 14th in the Premier League with just 3 wins from their opening matches. United are also 21st of 36 teams in the Europa League table, having drawn their 3 opening fixtures. Ruud van Nistelrooy, who joined the club as Ten Hag's assistant last summer, has been named as the interim manager. All right, so to all of us who remembered that striker Ruud van Nistelrooy and who came to become an assistant to Ten Hag, is now mandated as the interim manager of that beautiful club, Manchester United. Intina yedi sorry so ewo eye ensemwa ye fano ewo eye fidie sui na ye kasa eye Manchester United womo ana womo tenene eye Erik ten Hag ya woni nkonsan kra se won free team no wonya de wa san isan se wo ba team ni mu nyina na wotare na why na nsen kra de atwa mpanifo enso kra ne se woni West Ham koba na West Ham etimi abomoden de aba mienu akwakoto eye pomu na wate ba akodia na chese won hye na anyade ti abrante ba akwan kan bi na si na kan Manchester United ya no na ye kan go pa hye dia otimi gina center na wabobo na akwakohye atenemo no na ye friend Ruud van Nistelrooy ono ana yama no tumi se wono na nko ya bedi akiri basisi ade onkonko ye tenene na yen hwehwem say ye betimi anya obi amo aba behwe Manchester United. So achia so emu ye esna bebuo nyina. Well, to all lovers of football who support United, please don't be dismayed. There is going to be a new route for you. All right, so in this vein, we are taking a pause and rushing to what we call the happenings from the newspapers. So it is from the papers right now, and we are going straight to the first paper for the morning, and it remains the Daily Graphic. All right, so US imposes visa restrictions and ban target election troublemakers. This is what is coming from the Daily Graphic and also has been reported to you through our news items from the internet. Well, 𝗟𝗍𝗍𝗘 unveils vision for Commonwealth, and top on the list will be prioritizing youth democracy and climate change as well. Well, that is from the banner headlines from the Daily Graphic. So from a daily to another daily, and it is the Daily Guide. Right, so Ashanti clergy embraces education reform. It has the picture of the Honorable 𝗟𝗜𝗙𝗘, Doctor, who is the Minister for Education. Okwe launches manifesto for 𝗦𝗍𝗍𝗘. And lastly, from here, Parliament must lead Africa's global response. That is from the face of the Daily Guide. To my next paper, it is the New Finder. The New Finder. All right, so to the New Finder, sustainability workforce development, very crucial. And this can be read from the page 2 insert of the New Finder. And this is coming from Seth Chum Akwabua, who is the AGI CEO. Now, it also has here, 𝗟𝗍𝗍𝗘 Ghana Savings and Loan gets ISO certification, and specifically it is certification number 27001. Well, adjust excise tax on tobacco valid Ghana, and this can also be seen in the page 2 of the insect. All right, so from the Finder we move straight away to the Daily Post. The Daily Post. All right, so the Daily Post has the picture of the cladded, maybe Sudanese Arabian Speaker of Parliament, of course the Right Honorable Speaker Obangbagbe, and it is purported that Speaker strikes back at the Supreme Court. Mahama donates to Zakat Trust Fund at the 4th Muslim Conference. All right, so December 7 puts US announces visa restriction policy targeting individuals undermining democracy in Ghana. So this is what is coming from the Daily Post. Well, to the next newspaper I have in my hands now, the Daily Dispatch. NDC's reset means cancellation of nurses' allowances. NDC's reset means cancellation of nurses' allowances, and that is what NAPO is saying. Alan Tremantin asked me to be his running mate, but I declined. This is 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. This is what is coming from 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Now, to boost domestic use of LPG, prices need to be reduced. This is what is coming from Chief Abiola. Now, lastly, National Security condemns false reportage of Ghana's alleged support for Islamic militants. That is from the Daily Dispatch. Now to the next paper, the New Crusading Guide is right here in my hands. EC revives 2024 election ballot statistics for 20 polling stations. Well, it had the picture of the vociferous, well-spoken, well-articulative Dr. Bano, and he slams Mahama over his abysmal growth rate record. Well, it is coming from Dr. Bano. Vice Chair of Foreign Affairs Committee comments 𝗟𝗜𝗍𝗘𝗍𝗏. And lastly, 𝗟𝗜𝗩𝗘 makes impressive entry to Ghana Club 100 Awards. This is from the new crusading guy. Now to the business analyst. The business analyst. All right, so BOG develops directive to manage interest risk. CD expected to remain under pressure. Well, Speaker rejects Supreme Court writ, and Statistical Service set to begin data collection. That is from the business analyst. Now to the Daybreak newspaper. To the Daybreak newspaper. U.S. strict visa for democracy saboteurs in Ghana. So this is another reportage from what the U.S. has said to all Ghanaians who decide to turn into hooligans and detractors for this year's election. Now, police for 𝗟𝗩𝗘 chief murder. 𝗟𝗩𝗘 for 𝗟𝗩𝗘 chief murder. Well, again, KGLNICT distinction and NDC smear agenda against NAPO backfires. All right, to the National Enquirer. The National Enquirer. Now, Mahama appeals to the people of Boko for peace as he condemns sinister hands trying to stoke ethnic conflict. East Legon demolition on lawyers exposes Baumia's in-laws in court. Now this ties in Samira's mother to wit. Now leave Galamsey tight to me, Mama Africa 1 edges. All right, so that is from the National Enquirer. Well, the Chronicle is also here with us, and we turn our attention to the banner headline of the Chronicle newspaper. Zoom Lion wins heart of 𝗟𝗍𝗍𝗍. Well, 81 modern school blocks ready, and this is what 𝗟𝗑𝗡 is telling the clergy in Kumasi. It has the photo of the Honorable 𝗟𝗜𝗍𝗍𝗍, the Minister of Education. All right, to the Anchor newspaper. To the Anchor newspaper, Alban Gbagbin stokes fresh controversy. Interior Minister imposes 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew on Boko. Now, mining expert commends the MIIF. Now, lastly, Assemblyman dies while fixing street light for his people. Rather a very sad one indeed. Now, we turn our attention to the Observer newspaper. The Observer Overseer newspaper, sorry, the Overseer newspaper, the Overseer newspaper. Now, right here from the front page of the Overseer newspaper, Assembly members endorse Mahama for president. Ghana rejects terrorist accusation, and Ashimor campaign movement gains momentum in Accra. Now, for the last of the morning from the world of the newspapers is the graphic business. The graphic business. Dear friends, the graphic business in my hands now. Government eyes bond market return as economy shows signs of recovery. It has the picture of the Honorable Minister of Finance. Now, be firm in negotiations with non-Eurobond holders. Well, these are the two major stories. Well, maybe lastly, IMF sub-regional outlook, economy shows promise despite regional headwinds. Right, so this will be for now what I can contain so far on what is from the papers. It is now time to turn our attention to 𝗟𝗏𝗘. Let's appreciate the word for the day. All right, so the word for this morning, by extension the entire day, is palaver. Palaver. Palaver reminds me of the Palaver Hall in the Cape Coast Castle. The Palaver Hall, the hall from which the bond of 1844 was signed. And so if palaver actually means meaningless talk, kasahunu, then obviously what was done at the Palaver Hall kind of attracts some meaningless talk. Well, that is the word for the morning. Palaver. You may use it in a sentence or two and be familiar with them. Now, dear friends, it is only right that I take a pause and do around about the 10. But remember, this is only the part 1 of 𝗟𝗏𝗘. Part 2 is right in the corner, and I will be welcoming my news analyst and discussant who will join me to disintegrate and integrate about 5 stories that I have here on my list. You are part of this discussion, and kokra afi ane baba abedin komo na afi also so watamo phone na wetimi ene ye din komo me pacho uhyia me baabi a edin no eye ba ko osofo Adzika Vincent agbamanya ye ba sesia.
This is the Freeman Methodist Guest House Limited. It is a luxurious and comfortable guest house in the heart of Kumasi. Our guest house features a range of modern and spacious rooms, each with its private bathroom and amenities. Our guests can enjoy various on-site facilities, including a restaurant, conference halls, event center, spacious car park, CCTV cameras, lifts, generator, and many more. We are conveniently located opposite the Wesley College of Education near the Swami Roundabout in Kumasi and are easily accessible by public transportation. We look forward to welcoming you to the Freeman Methodist Guest House Limited. Contact us by telephone 050-650-8591 or 050-650-8592, or you can email us at fmghlghana@gmail.com or use our website www.fmghotelghana.com. Freeman Methodist Guest House, where serving you is our delight.
Don't call me, don't call me. Ghana for Methodist Asafoma. WTV Enyamfianumo 5 years. Hooray! Na enam Emfianuma Fidida. WTV ADNT. Or yet don't call me promo. And it says, Sawaya Ghana ni now our business. And Ejuma Kobia Opeso Bomu Deura. WTV say, Ye Babi Chat with Juma Kuno and as we got on Diano. Ya Bomu Deura na what you 2 weeks at the amount. 1,000 Ghana cedis per Aubetia. Way a Yakwanya WTV Airfaso at the other was say. What time the chi? I'm a doom pempenswa and never drink. Some promo here did the Bosumi Kakra and Daya Yanunti, Muamu Makua Mopesa Mubahu Dauruno, Muntu Tumrika, Namomrai, Fred WTV, Nani Penfoning Como, Emfa don't call me promo 0593 110733 and now WhatsApp 0256 25 3461. WTV, reaching out to the world. Praise God, praise God, praise God. The Methodist Church Ghana, Kumasi North Diocese, Ebreu, Inaugural Prayer and Choral Festival. Inaugural Prayer and Choral Festival. Na Prayer and Choral Festival yi, team that's what, yes say, discipleship, growing into Christian maturity. Akasa for Ewo Jumedi Yasibi Eye, Right Reverend Samson Obin Ej, Diocesan Bishop, Brother Akwesia Jemabediakon, Lay Chairman, Very Reverend Quarcoo Adusei Echampong, Secretary of Synod, Very Reverend Ishmael Yao Ochre, Assistant Secretary of Synod, Anna Reverend Nat Dia Dodd, EMR Coordinator, Najum Tufua, Wamubebwa, Amejumedi Yaya Krabeshe, Eye, Church Choir, Singing Band, Others Get Voices, any Brigade Band, Prayer and Choral Festival yi, Ebeba Sufiti November boso meni de tosunum, Ekosi ni de tosonson, Ewo Ebenezer Cathedral, Bantama, Enyumreno Nsia, Ekosi Enyumreno Watche, Enefa, Debia. Come and experience the presence of God.
We are back on. We are starting the part 2 of your favorite Deru. Ahani edin komo. Ahani ema kwan na ososo utumi efre na oye wadwene se obe kasa ehote kasa yenye ye obia kasa eye de Yesu ewo ha on shedam ferry se wo kansa kasa no eho ana yedu. Well, the segment is still under the sponsorship of the Freeman Methodist Guest House, and this morning we have with us the Komenko man, the man from Komenko, the man from Komenko. Akaba, Nicolas Teleboko de. The radius. Now, Odayo Mubibia, you come on.
So far, so good. Yamia do Madiachi. Okay. The Nasema Yankopone, Nashapa.
Jo. And yet, Chia in Ashafu and Afi.
Yes, ye Chia Wesleyan TV, Ashafu in a Yadawasi say, I bring a Munyam Breshe. Now, me Chia. The presiding bishop of the Methodist Church, Professor J. Samuel Jedu, the late president, the administrative bishop. I feel I'm Bishop Papa Saki, and Sumichano, and Sofu Pain Arthur, Sudru, and Sofu Ebenezer. I feel my wife and Nkwala Sumichao.
All right, Intina, ya jenchiani na ewo Yesu dim. Well, so to our first story na yepese yetumrika ana yekokokoshe. Well, Boko Boko really brings a lot of sadness to us, Mr. Taylor.
Yeah.
And Tokwei, eko naba. Ubekase abraf na for assignment also. So now there's a curfew on Boko.
Exactly. Papa Nramu say omo the curfew at now. I'm say about a week coming in and to the extent that now I think one of the MPs was even saying that he had to suspend any campaign activities in because of your condition and idea obetimi akọ. Ye pese ma ye
I mean that was the MPP parliamentary candidate.
Yes. Ye pese mo ye be mo say asomdwe na ehia. You see ye na ye Ghana for. Ade bi ebesi e wo nkran, e wo effect e wo boku. Na ebesi e wo boku no e wo effect e wo nkran, e wo effect e wo kumase. And to say a better how we basa na it affect the entire country because security for ye do omukwe sanka omo nkran ya nke bia nkom betumi aya another activity so omo we are saying that peace is very important for the development of any part of this country. Ya na obehwe mpemfo bi nso ehyehyɛ ase a omo yesa ne omo bi sa ye besere omo obi nipa no nkwa hia o say minim say dia MP put out na the right information about I say over 100 people have died. I don't know how true that can be, but if even one person, 2 people are dead, it's a life to the nation. Mpemfo abomodi bia nana asante hene nana ado aban abomodi bia peace ne ba na asan sorry.
You see the core of the ekoso woboko ya hensem na in Ghana wherever ahensem is entrenched and over ohwe lulubi akpafo so just say ohwe baby ahensem and in recent times the babe cause so ewe kuapem kakra kwewusu so kakra baby ahensem wo no very difficult.
Yes, but unfortunately this one as a politician so
it has protracted a little bit now, so we understand say the paramount chief now gives a certain position to one of the rival chiefs. Inti akwai so hono ahim anabusua mienu inti wo de mawe na wamfa mawe a wakan yani
na mintumi hu say wo hwe in our chieftaincy in our act na there should be a lineage and I say ahim the paramountcy and we still have no from here where does it go, who is the right person sanyo many na no we expect there sanyo beda ho inti say bese akonyo na atwa ye mbrese ye betumi enya obi a oba be shanan but we need the papa ada wache
you see
na say so
how dey be on
na ema eye won kra say ye be call election already the temperature is a little getting higher into we need bem sa na ema nyoma bebre akwaje we want
well so the question I am asking myself right now is what are we fighting for? Mr. Teller we dey nansen muna minimza asemu amike se philoti of report na yesimi kurum akonwa ato
okay
so now I am a royal,
yes,
from my father's side and my mother's side. Okay. I'm a royal into busuano ekwa ejina no almost say chese crash back wa aka memra medi inti na metra hwa na mseti mi be just of die akodi ohinana and I'm so okay to dia ma menhwe na medi mani ko hwe mu no ahenie popora chese ubenya nsase mienu miensa bi but anka ahenie de nkwan wo ho na ma hwe say ka metimi ni Yesu aye negotiation metimi ni Yesu aye negotiation. No, I am saying this to say that my mind went straight away on what are you going to be a king and a chief over? Is it only on the land
or the people?
What are you really going to oversee? Well, there's really nothing to oversee.
Maybe
they
want, of course, they want to expect it, you know. Say no, I say area be an air person say obia na disua akosoro kakra, obia ne nemu dia akosoro kakra, obia otumi ekasama nkrofo etenenka, obia say onya kasa oh na nakasa. And you know sometimes you know they want somebody say omode bedi ahenie ni a obetumi ama sabe ahenie no nimu akosoro kakra.
Nti mo nkyira me say Adzika ahenie na agudie nie go de si ho we susu si ho bibia kama enti me ba na poso ma betena na hwe ni ho
so for ya ho a ekosese ni say many of our chiefs are selling most of the land.
I mean
most of the stools ene ahimwani bi o wa say no wo man kasa ton sase ni nyina enti practically there's nothing for even another person coming to even rule over.
Yeah, so we are asking as what at all is in Boko that continues to fuel this hostility, and why is it so protracted? But the letter of the deputy minister is right here in my hands. Right. Now I want 𝗟𝗓𝗘 to appreciate the content of the matter. Right. So this is a declaration of curfew in Boko. Now following an emergency national security meeting held today, the 28th day of October 2024, under the chairmanship of the President of the Republic, government wishes to inform the general public of the following. Number 1, the return to Boko on 24th October 2024 of Mr. Seydou Abagiri, who was illegally ensconced as Boko Naba in February 2024, subsequent to vacation by the Court of Appeal sitting in Kumasi of the warrant of his arrest has led to significant disturbances affecting public peace and security in the area. Number 2. Now, based on assessments by national security agencies, the continued presence of Mr. 𝗟𝗍𝗍𝗿𝗍 in Boko poses a substantial threat to public safety and security, and in the light of the functioning pursuant to the provision of the Public Order Act 1994 Act 491, a curfew is hereby imposed on Boko from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. All right, so that will be the for curfew. Now. Yes, in the curfew, marking can be.
So for I think the major problem has been entrenched position. Obia and I say, Mina SMD. And the only thing that could have helped, say, if there's a chronology of then the secondly, one more yes, the installation of the recent rival chief has actually triggered the recent one. Because someone say, so and then
there is an illegal kind of. So government acknowledges that it was purely illegal.
Hence, now my question is, illegal. And we don't have the capacity as a country to remove that person. Well, so there's also the difficulty of government infiltrating into chieftaincy affairs, so that people will not say aban ojina weyechi, aban jina weyechi, and it's always been the case. But illegal, and also because of the illegality, and papa no, according to story, there's no way able to me any friend in Panakasa, Janchen and IBB's Ministry of Chieftaincy Affairs. Can they come in and try to negotiate something? Oh, because I'm sure as the statement is saying that his continued stay in Boku is fueling this kind of tension.
All right, so it remains that any time issues in Ghana becomes political. Na ya to egu got.
Asam by political pay na ya say no. It's about the substance of the matter no. Na eja to baby. Na afedi akoye MPP, na NDC. Ma asam we isu de nke nisen ka politicians say de omo jim. Sa abai no eye na adwuma na opese security agencies no enforce the rules that we have, such that there cannot be a rival chiefer. Then we are all looking at it. But as it stands no, some of me no politics in media and they are I want to appeal to all of them. Baby I nam no ehwe trokakra. Nti bokufo ina yebesere mo asomdwe e no maye hia. Wo mu ina say wo ye nuanom. Wo mu ye nuanom. At the end of the day, they are on the same land. So say you can say, Papa, you know the repercussion. No. Schools cannot operate
at all.
Hospitals cannot operate.
4 years now, consistently.
Schools na to me enye adwuma, hospital to me enye adwuma. Omo ton nyoma nko betumi ato bibie di ontumi nko. And we share some of the videos Hoboku. I have been going there on at least 3 or 4 occasions. We share very busy town. And we share street now. Everything is deserted. Everything is deserted. Business at home.
Mr. Teller, I have personally a concern with regards to how government is able to mitigate some of those happenings as quickly as possible. We still have galamsey on the platter. We are still trying to manage. It appears from where we are seated right now, say government's ability to throw the punch rightfully, timely. Ya ne dru baby ana entwentwen so no wachiri kakra nti abanhwa na ade no escalate ansa na aban etu mrikabam. What do you think?
Yes, ade way so papa said I work na Boku issues, even the recent one when I started at least not about a week or two and they and we know say there's an illegality according to the press statement. So let us try to resolve that illegality. Say be as Arhin from paying for now. Yama omu mitigate first one and one ever from abese paying for member share say sa pepe or say or person friend who your Arhin or no your Arhin na what can we do? Then we move forward. But say no yakoye say abanya sha ema sadie no yakosro. The curfew is very good to control things. Now what is the way forward? You better say ya na nkofo wu ana. To say even if one person dies, it's at a cost to the nation.
It's a real cost.
Businesses akọ down. nka wo hwe anka top ho there nka business no etumi flow fine as we speak everything at a
But they say the Boko has become a ghost town.
It's a ghost town.
It's a ghost town. We know that the Methodist Church itself at the point had to withdraw the minister.
Teachers not doing that. They have to go.
It wasn't safe
Nurses
at all.
will have to go. Into be yare cry. Send him benya yare share because of the conflict.
All right. Into Ashefo ye to mamo. Boko na ye de shase. Boko enenya. Na mum Ghana nyina na enya. Now, if you are in the Boko area, the Methodist minister around the area, if you can call out, so we know say right in the town Boko there is none for now, but in the enclave the Bishop of Tamale also for God bless you for all the good work. We are asking if there's any of our viewers who is watching right now and is preview to the situation in Boko right now. Ever say you be a phone line na free na eka bibi chreyen, ye can bibi chreyen. I mean Boko ni particronym, any particronym, and what is the experience of the people who live there. Mr. Taylor, maybe lastly on this one, we are looking at hooligans, untrained militias whose ammunitions are not to the standard of the Ghana Armed Forces. Now, how come to say Beman Timin fan in name see from say Mema Moon see from Namonia the SM the same as the Galam say, we still are wondering how come the military cannot clamp down these people who are using tiabrofre and other things. Well, once in a while we see a very sophisticated ammunition. But Ghana Armed Forces, one way
Papa, say Uber international community, even ECOWAS, any African Kasana, Ghana's military and our force team, they are people who are a force to reckon with. The whole world, so then peace mission it is clear. The military people, the police, whatever, are very well trained. And everything that they have shows that they can fight this menace. At the end, Obi, an individual, able to ammunition, so sophisticated than the state Ghana. I didn't need to be marshal all the forces. And I said, well, sometimes we cannot meet force with force. I agree. But I do believe that's one more when you see from pa. And me pese mesusu Emma, the Ministry of Interior and then the Ministry of Defense, they should work towards bringing peace, lasting peace to Boko. And yes, sir, they kofaba, and we have the men. Remember, when they are maintaining peace, I think there can be peace.
I think so.
There can be peace.
I think so.
We want our Ministry of Defense.
The military. I'm just still wondering what I thought at the end. So is it the love to fight for Nananomo Asase? Is it the fact that there is a certain special mineral, there's a certain special attraction for Boko that is always fueling this so-called agitation? Who is the strongest on the land? Is it the so-called political people who are behind the fueling of this thing, or it is the individual people who want to maintain their tradition? For me, I am so confused.
Na papa say would ehwe womo a ewo oman mu ankasa na select me for mo boku na wo bisa say womo betumi anya sikasen e de akwakoto sa etro na ye kan wasem no sika he na omo wo nti wo behwe no obi na etumi provide all these funds a omo de ye na anoman no nti we want to appeal to them say womo ewo ewo safe ground. Next, to me, any ammunition they are destroying the nation. They are destroying the people. Yes, they may be able to buy. But they need peace. They need something that they can work on. They don't depend on anybody. Now what they say about now what is when you can we want to appeal. In fact, in all this, there are big brains behind them from all the sources.
Is it a typical case of the adage or the philosophy say the greatest tool of the oppressor is the mentality of the oppressed? So the people who are there, and already close to 16 people are reportedly dead.
And see, until the bank and I deal with you bet me castle. Yen de bet me akwaso asrom. Say nia wo be ya asomje be bia oman no na ahemfo empanyimfo Ministry of Chieftaincy Affairs on ahemfo nkambom na wo monhwe say what they can do to bring lasting peace to Boku, because I said whatever happens in any part of this country affect the entire country. All right,
I think that we'll make progress. We can only pray. So we are still appealing to all people who live around the Boku and its enclave, especially if there are some church members of the Methodist Church watching. We are asking that you will call in and tell us what really your experiences are. Edian ekoso ewo Boko amobese yebete. Momo modena moma yintimi hu said ebeya yensusu yebetimi enye bi na afi yakabade ya namo bompa. We are really praying for you, say onyankopon emma din emra. Meza tell us say dey say opese uko US na o san so say obeye trust about to ya ho be chiro pa. I think that it's a right call, and so for all people who want to one day go to the US, or even if you have a US visa, na about to uye to trust some, your visa is cancelled, and if you're applying for a new one, you can't even get it because you are going to be blacklisted. I think this is good.
And I am looking at to a timer. Ghana, yempaying for. Say be as obi ho dodo na so yarea enko be fa ya hospital. Say obi ohia bibia obeto nia ewo Ghana ha. Say to me that kind of confidence in our system, we will not have the penchant of always going out. Now, enko bi etumi ye say abeto na ye beto no. Womo be ye nyoma enye. They will destroy the peace of this country. So now the US is saying that anybody who is going to be found with this kind of record, no, will visa Tintonta YouTube, and I think it's a very good thing. Want to me embassy Ghana now on for visa and quadrabridge na yembre. And to know say US at the side way about I hope that they are going to insist on it. But now maybe say how can they even identify who is disturbing the peace? Is it by the recorder news at the Bema? And I said they will get maybe some court records. And how are they going to determine who is undermining the peace of this country or the list of this country? I think we should have some clarity. I must be a BB sana on who say I deal with ya me say manshini I cannot enter America if I want to go. And I believe that the US has set a good precedent for us. It's a good thing that they have started. Bema politicians and yada ho say the old thing I can say or no best say Ghana no fan and then Crawford no, it can happen no more. So it's only the US. Of course, they can go to other countries apart from the US. Well, but I mean, all to just to safeguard the peace and the election.
Mr. Taylor, is it not rather an indictment on us as a country? Say, ubiaye ni kuro ye. Na sisi odi ni kuro ni no airborne training.
So one year.
So see for there's an indictment on us as a people.
So I say ye pakwa nti say no person ka say so one year we are me
so what they 2 years into.
So why can't we build our country such that another person coming? Yes, you bet me I can say one yes I do yeah ma come on Ghana. You bet me. And bet me I can say oh say LGBT nyoma ekosi. Yes, you bet me I can say so wo practice nyoma Ghana ha yenye wa ha. And this also open say yes I na yeah ma ukwana on Ghana. Can we boldly as Ghanaians prepare our country? Na you say ko gina sa pedestal na you betimi aka say so we yes we are in Ghana. Just as US is now preventing anybody who it's a good move, that's what we are doing. But it's a way telling us I say why the dodo and a person akododo and it is a wokoye bibi kakra ye ma wonko. I mean it gives us the sign that we have not built our nation good enough for our people to be proud of what we have. But I think Ghana
I don't think the US will have the penchant to say this to the UK or even to Germany, to any of the European countries. But yedienie siga asem papa said ye wukan. But so we wait to imagine our say me ma mami cruise esane say we to trust someone. I think say we shouldn't take it lightly. Say Galam saying sense me. Sometimes I still wonder why it can be possible that we can prevent the destruction of our own property. Eja kono uja madibi. Ade no uja ye na ya sase. asase a afom agudie ewo mu sika kokko ewo mu ene ye de ya adwene se yebetu asɛ no de ebedi kakra bi na afi ye nije kakra na afi nchirima ba na womo aba bebre yeso na sesi awododo ne awonto aso nti no ye normal no koso nti echirima ba eni omu no mbede. We are not thinking about what posterity will say to us.
We are not thinking about it. Nti ye say o minor na ye say no, but it will be we should build a country that we are all going to be proud of. To say US forces are more proud of their country, what the regulations that was say one year say I agree. One more person way to trust some Ghana about this election. We are not going to allow that, and all of us as citizens, say to me, catch your politicians and say we are going to vote in peace. The results should be declared in peace. We don't want anybody to cause mayhem, but US is saying that if you do that and they see you, they will not allow you to enter US. Which is good, but we should also be proud of our country.
Yeah.
Yes, it's yeah, my Ghana. Nia timemufo ya ebe bua magana kone nimuno yenye. Nia abani ya ebe bua magana kone nimuno yenye. Nia opia betumi ayeno. Ya magana so enjina na nine so. Ama obiso ba ye tumi amano condition. Say sawoba na sawoba ye to trust am ha ye ma. Say ye record bi say wo bobra bon.
The Greco ka say gas and a short. Now gas also the only say most of our thermal plants here the gas no and the power. The Greco also can.
Yes, thermal plants in Bebre gas as somebody ejuma. Recently Greco had been complaining, and I will share Sanon Asogli. Woman so provided some amount of energy in the system. Almost because of a country, almost so for now shut it down. Yeah, can say it's a gas. I saw the power no, the power most of the thermal plants. No, it is not coming as expected. Mr. Some way ABC some time ago, I'm saying Nigeria, and there's some my gas.
Yes.
I'm saying the negotiation, the bilateral agreement, no, and to me, I'm Nigeria for years said they will not continue and all that. It brought a lot of hardship to this country. Now, some of us, yeah, say. With the atuabo and then the crude oil like to me refine to me abwa. Yes, they are saying that it's helping to some extent, but I think by this time you too oil now up to this time we shouldn't be getting to a point.
I mean, the last time we carried a news item here, and one more can say our crude oil or our oil extractive industry only adds 10%
to the system,
to the entire GDP.
You see.
Only 10%.
And it's a command sana. Then it means that we have a systemic problem. Now, doomsday, the concept of doomsday, the issue of doomsday, I say, who say, yam sovuno at a goa, obia beba ebekano, obia beba ebekano. Recently, Bakakra and Minister of Energy now a running mate. Yakuka on for time to workers will be in a timetable and all that. So I mean, it's a systemic problem. Young to say, party way and aquafiber, party way amaniko. It's a problem that we need to solve. Our systems, our facilities, the thing that we need to do, we are not doing it. And today, Biano say IPP for Eka say, oh, we are not going to provide our service again, just like Sanon Asogli. I cut it off now. We are going to have challenges. Yes, they are now saying that, oh, it's a temporary something. It will go, it will go, it will go. At what time is it going to go? Yeah, per se, we say energy is the bottom line of this economy. Everything runs practically on energy. Light in Niwa, Yentumi ye, WTV Yentumi ye Juma. Light in Niwa, Wamam ye Juma, a production industry, Muntumi ye Juma. Light in Niwa, blacksmith, it just say it affects practically every aspect of our lives. Light in Niwa, Pamade, you see electric machine, they cannot power it. Light in Niwa, it just say everything has come to a standstill. And so we want to appeal to the Minister of Energy, we want to appeal to the IPPs, we want to appeal to the managers of our gas system. If they can do something to avert a doomsday, because the effect of doomsday on the economy is dire. And if you get into that, it's going to help, it's going to worry us a lot. Any measure they can put in place to make sure that doomsday embano, they should look at it for us so that the economy can continue to grow.
All right, so people in government, you hold the power to determine whether or not we will be able to have sustained electricity. All right, so we are asking our viewers as well, what has been your experience in recent times with regards to your electricity? Now saying electricity in some saying idum na so idum na so ejina so. We also want you to share in this experience with us as well. Mr. Teller, quickly before we open the phone lines, Madam 𝗟𝗏𝗘 with him. May God really bless her soul and give her an abode in the bosom of Father Abraham.
Papa, ebusanfo ina ya mamushede papa. In fact, and I meet news and say, hey, how can this be true? Because the last time in this ballot she looked very healthy.
Bubbling.
She was but always no. Now me pedasem for one thing. Ghana politics. Idea nkofu bebre etwetwe free politicism because mu free say baby a wokọ hwa ombedi di watem baby o respect o mo ne and especially emba say emba ekọ politics ma na ekeka fa o mo ho no na ebu o ma ba mu entinya me pe o ma me wo yi ho pa ne say sebe obi a na adesua enisoro nanso wetumi say me pese me gina okuani pa wetumi gina say o pese o gina as a presidential candidate it will show say it means the woman has some kind of boldness. And to say a bessa na a shank of recently there was a program on one of the stations. Young certain because their role model was a 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏 because they see the woman as Obia way to me, a man who say, despite the turbulent terrain of politics, me person meko. Na me unko baby I say me call presidential candidate. Ma me no ama yes the interest she
Otiminya vote.
Why not?
Otiminya votes. People are able to vote.
And the registration fee is 100,000 Ghana cedis. And the woman is able to raise 100,000.
We understand say 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏 has some money.
Our cash.
Our cash.
And what me nominate what is running mate, Afarley nomination, everything. It which means that parties like PNC and others, with all the structure they have, they were not able to
file a nomination
properly. But if we don't call to me a filing nomination.
We send a number now, the man or Danny, but what Danny no wonder what filing.
So when I heard it yesterday, because apart from the humor that she adds up to the political terrain, what set example be say uko school say wa unko school say what to say so when bre na say wo pese wotumi ko gina baby a wo pa onyame ba ye wa dom na wotumi akọ so 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏 person it's a big blow.
It's a sad one.
It's a big blow to Ghana politics.
It's a very sad one.
It's very sad. Very sad.
Now some are asking what is going to happen to the arrangement of the numbering. We leave that to the politicians. We are not politicians and we don't intend to be one. We are not. We don't want to go closer to that. Ashefo ye bi said, "Dear na de bekai mami 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏. And dear pa, no. And dear na de bekai mami 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏. I say okoye interview baby na micro lapel bi eguso ehye eyi na tadi no so okọ washroom aba te de ombeti ni chiro no
it's interesting but me did say wa ye bi wa kire bibi amen say what to say kwa no woni brese wo pesa wo ya wo betumi aye o say on mo kwa abrochire na so mo ka brofo a mo de ade na mo de hye asom no mo de be hye na asom ente be translate ama no nti mo ka say on course school to ntumi ye president no mo nyai kakra because the niabere say obey president now o hwe ase ne osikasa okọ interview a okasa fine onye obi a sabe odidi atem wo political campaign so onye obi a okaka nkrofo ti bom de bia no nia opese obeye no na opese o chere nkrofo recently no say obama journalist cast teacher for I mean so the woman has some kind of policies how it's going to materialize we don't know but ma meno de bibi eba Ghana politics obekire yemba no era say bo mo ntumi anko school enko du ekire say ne atibia say woni bre say wo de say wutrim say wo pese wo ma oman Ghana wo ye bibi de boye ya no matter the status say wo ye akwala say wo ye panini say wo ye oba say wo ye obema say wo akọ school say wo anko school mami 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏 a kire yen say wo pese wo ya wo betumi aye enti ifia we fi mu ne de e blow to the Ghana politics and we want to ya mebusafo ni na say wo nhede na nya wo beye a wo betumi e akai the memory of the woman mama 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏 they should do something in the memory of the woman na obi a hwe hu say nya mama ne ye no omani na ye ni so ebusuafo no so eni so so yabade yako
kono nanka mepese obeka bibi shortly efa ora abangbagbe no so show of power now at some people are saying
Papa, I think that last time we should not get to that point. So that head-on collision between president and speaker, chief justice and speaker, chief justice and president, that kind of head-on collision. About MY. And I mean, who let them say, what are the bases? Of course, one time, I think, time or Otsana or declare seat in the vacant, or can be said, on this Supreme Court judge, chief justice, I arrangement to be there in line with Article 117, which says that they should not be served while going to Parliament or whatever. On an case, I say, some person must serve woman, they should serve them on Mondays. I don't know what happened in this case. Say they went, because the letter said that they have breached 117, and also and there are some consequences, and therefore they should return the writ. I don't legally we have to look at what is the position of his action in law.
Well, we are also getting news to say the speaker has also applied through his lawyers to overturn the decision.
Wow! Into minim nya ochi ya osi omumfankwe ya and woman the lawyers overturning
and say the Supreme Court injuncting.
And to know, I think that we should not get to an extent where there should be power play or display. I mean, I want the speaker, the chief justice, the president. Somebody should bring them together and let them understand. Say the three arms of government, they are ruling this country. We cannot actually go where we are going.
The play of power is not going to help us. Edru baby and obi person che say me na tumi wo me na tumi ni kra. Mti ni nyina nkemfo na memti asafo no de ne what are we doing as a church? We can only pray. Ye mpanifo so a sebi etimi ni mpanifo kasa menim se wokokoa mu mpanifo ye papa no ye maamenom eni bebre na edi nkomo a yenim se bibia betimi awie payo. All right, enti your phone lines na yeba na yaba bebie no enti say de enkomo no ye jeyegu mu a obia momode na yentimi eni enkomo ne bi. All right, Mr. Taylor. Yes, so you were making a point.
Yes, I was saying the speaker, the chief justice, the president, everybody has his or her role in the constitution, and the constitutional provisions are very clear. Obia woni so ye. And the best say ma obia enko obi ni lane mu na enko ye say the overlap of duties are eba masa confusion ayewo mi aba ye ka say the speaker of parliament na saka writ. Now the speaker has returned the writ back to the chief justice citing say the submission of the writ is in contravention of Article 117. About saying what is the position of that in law?
Mamimi phone lines and then we can. So 0256253461 053-8350625. The phone lines are open right now. And come on, today we are looking for solution. Inti ofra my solution. Yenia brese krodom. Yes, say cut up any moja ndodoa yedi so ne befra ba ye mpese yedi nso fra ye bepese yesu moja ebedi ehimu amaye. Philo, good morning.
Christ inti papa
ya de she
chief mpacho na mo ho ye
ya me adoma o
pacho no pay metatela mechia mo ho ya sapa
that's
na papa ahini na agusu awudi no because ene odrasia wode to hore
mankasa
nana Adzika
yeah the first
papa no me wia no ye momo ma me because title na de fatal but se wudi abusu ahini na ka ba hwe dom kakra bi so ba tita ahini no metatelo yenyo metayimo yenyina ya kan wona hwe ye so enti ahini ni de dia na wudi papa me ra ho pa me madam akuya donko anope meche ya me ya because ma me ne ye nipa me pena sam papa se de metatela kan ye no o ma yenye ni das Sabi yenya yanko school po yebetimi ayede aye bibi na so hwe ni owu aye ya magana fo nyina ya akọ ama busua ya akọ yense ye hode na de chire you eya me ya de papa ya me ya pa papa ni atoso bie maye Speaker of Parliament. Papa, what's that to me? And to go to one to me no Ghana for so. But all you is a babua, the oyan, a blind ever to obey you. The Mwadia on your baby day, and found. Papa Metia Mecono be a Metia Reverend as could do somewhat, or what say she be quiet, and then myself for penny, a Beneda Quarcoo. And then Reverend Adzika and the Chief Adzika.
All right. Good morning, Martin. Hello, Martin. Hello, good morning. Okay, Mr. Taylor, you make a point.
Yes, and so I'm saying that a speaker chow. Now in law, I did have presidents. Ebadaho na abadaho. Obia bebesi on the presidents. Yen pese bibia bebadaho say speaker we way into submit me ayesa.
Oh no, so presidents ya no original suit. But they mean call fireman. Fireman, good morning.
Morning. Pastor bibia bokode.
Nyame adomo.
Ya da nyame ati. The chawa boda boy na anapa we no me rawo. Me ma ifia donko ebusuefo ina shedi oye mami bia meniji ne ho pa adentina meka se meniji ne ho na mekai mami we so oye obi otumita ki mama pa no yeta e ma meniji nkinu nyame fa ne kra esie enfe mami na kanie dundum so aye dundum no Ghana for ade we ebekoso akoso. There's no way say Ghana you pay for my Adzika on the Sophie can you issue where am I? Into the solution at the Burma Ghana for in any say fireman, Macra 40 feet container chargeable fan. Any chargeable light. Stop Adzika. Would you movie? Now and then a memo into be a upe the fireman. Now ubedi and penny for wait here. All
right, you go Kumasi. Evangelist, preach the word.
Pastor, Christ in tea.
Yeah, this show.
Pastor, I'm afraid you're oh my Ghana. If I am a mere don't cry everyone.
Yeah.
That they am a mean Testament, Jenna Juan Cata. Because Sancha Maba. And yeah, no. If you don't call. Never put your phone in your shedding. I'm afraid any Ghana man and I said them. Said you are by and I say. You any number of time I request them is off opinion. Immediate 5. Right, Reverend Kwame Bafuoche. Now, the superintendent minister named Tafu Secretary to myself. Meko Amovia, but me chairman.
Yo, yeah, that's a pa, yeah, that's it. I shall for line them, ye dim como, yakan semna bebrina, yakan dum some speaker, dear Baba from Boko Dienina, so any name. We are trying to profess a solution to our various matters. I did a good for Yanko Kumasi. Good morning.
Good morning, Papa.
Empombo Kode.
Oko around here,
Ah, Yamiadum.
Papa, I'm afraid you're in the raho. Raho, if you don't call, you'll be out to my Japan, and so, and I'm a part of that. Now, me, on to 72 is she, now who is a person, well, the open on a cry, see. Now, my papa say, and to consult a work on now for them, now the BI come up, Uncle Pon coming now. Uncle Shawapa. You, Papa, I want how. You have carried it.
Yeah, that's it. TV need the bay, and you TV. No, mene mame Asamoah do, Mama Theodora Asamoah. I said, so for me, who said, wash a cassock down. And I was a mama Yamia. TV, no, oh, it's a drew baby, and I said, oh, she should be a Denedia Hindia. Yes, it me media, me marriage jet, and on a mayor rehearsal. Send when you be or hire some of the more henny, I'm a patro, over Sandy, mama na se mo amu ni mumu no bibia ntimi
serious.
All right, let's go to Ali. Ali, you are calling from Upper West. How are you, please? Hello, Ali. Ali. Hello, Ali. Hello, Ali. Uteminka.
Yes, hello.
Ali, afe kasa yetio. Ali.
Yes, hello.
Hello, Ali. Meteo nkapa.
Hello.
Ali, good morning. Okay, kasa yetio.
I am Muna Omo almost member always man your politics law and see Osha and this interview quality but I didn't know the moon member and you to that was only the moon to me and down by power. Hey, did I ask Ama? I said, I don't know the politics one. Yes,
okay, Ali, Upper West, Croben, so now we just say Upper West and Hifa Pote.
But I'm Upper West, Dolomo Bache.
Somebody Dinibium.
Upper West, Dolomo Bache.
Oh, Doromu Bache. Okay, all right. You, Radenka, Hokoswa, Nesha WTVY. All right, in Tiashafo, you didn't come when they solutions, solutions. Mammy, I don't call a wee. I thought yenina yakuma so yaboto pa na se enkwanso so kradia sebe wu dama wu etimi ebona so kra timije saa de no efiri ne nsem na yen e kristofo de ye gidie fapem ene se so kristo ni wu a yenka se wu nemum ye se wada enim se da atwa to se ne yoye eso awrade ani dia enkwa botire bi ewo ho na saa enkwa botire ni enim se ye de bowa your mom baby papa tena we Abraham kukumu, and that is our faith. And so we do not lose sight of the fact that the death of the Christian is but for a gain. Yenim mami ekwa donko sorry anu okode but said ye tie bia no ye gidi se no wo gidi bia no odon ento nyankopon emfa ne kra ensie kosisa ye nyina dan kwama bi yebehira yebehia wo soro ahemamu na ye de ayeyi ama onyankopon. All right, Faithful, you are in Winneba. How are you, please? Hello, Faithful.
I'm fine. Mpacho Bremeka bibi kakafa boko. If you ordered last week.
Oh,
now,
okay.
I was very, very sad when I went to church on Sunday.
You went to a Methodist church in Boko?
Methodist church Boko.
Oh, so it means church. Now, okay.
Remember, Boko. Ason wegu. But it was a congregation.
Wow.
Bokufuna wana kata woke ya wondu be 10. Nti na moya roho pa a small girl of about 8 years. Also then sometimes I go to school I don't feel comfortable going to school. I feel yes. Now what she said, one particular thing that this small girl of 8 years can or my vice president, Mahmoud Baumia, or the Nanutum Baku pet, there will be peace. I wonder how she got that idea from. It's not just a politician here. And see, the American said, Yenya or man who dog, Yenya or man who dog, Bitamua. But the Yanka saying, it will not help. Chumamanchi, no more problem. Parliament is also all Quadanka, I don't know or Mankatan. Then, Tumano, the young compromise when the maybe Mankata, or Biari and Ankatanaga, or many Supio, or many see I did not quit. Go Shayan, no Tumba. Better or Mangan and Biarabo could be around. Obia didn't know that thing. Let's shut down here after that. Yamami, I go to the whole Commonwealth. Ghana. Kopi Anan Ghana. May I see here I can tell that I'm not going to do. Be pyramid Yangana. Come on, man, on your day. Okay. You don't have to hear the
Yo, that's it. All right, ain't it? Yanko takrade. Judith also or takrade and pombo kode.
Yamiadum, takrade boko.
Yo, yetio.
Yamiadum, Christ in tow.
Yeah, addition patch lower volume no and answer udum TV nanka many bejipa.
Pachayo.
Aye.
Na me pacho
Aye, me pacho betimi akasafi.
Pacho yo. Christ in tow.
Yeah, addition.
Yo. Mosuma samene day. The kono will no part to asham. Ma nyame penoye. Name woman no. Yes, I am politicians. And many young man. Namosa, ya share politicians. Ya share we as in zaman. Said I mean, yes, share Yamena Sama. I can meet the day I was. Intimate saying from the one you have to tell my no one's funny. I mean, of funny, that's it.
Amen. Erade. Emomode na on kanya ho anopedi ekoto srepa na yesre rade sanse baby a yedu no se rade amansra ban ni mu a ebe hadwene pa, and this is where we all call on all of us Christians to make sure say our voices are heard through prayer, our efforts are also seen through our civic responsibilities. Yeah, to trust some and men who can be even at the office and for no and tum nento Quarcoo. Okay, and Nestina preparation my hello Nestina.
Hello.
Morning Pacho Boko dear. Yeah, this you.
You Pacho
You.
Na mami don't call you moon. Yeah, me ya and a face. Na my sleeper. You go to mommy. Na mami don't go with you.
Oh. David for what on enya ha. Oh, atawa rofa ba. Mia go masaga. Atawa rofa ba. Mia go masaga. Oh, whoever me don't be. Let me go to Navi. Oh. Yes, Mount Tadoko. I don't know. No, I want you. Like a friend. Yo, okay, you mauna ira ha. It's not the okan say Kwadonko lusu one vote. Kono ye na dwene say Kwadonko no. Oh, tie ye. Mami no ko benya vote. Papa na say enye no. Na say na MPP for na say third force. Third force. To mogu. Na yakopɛ third force. Nanka yayi kakra. Ene Freedom Party for no. Omo elect obi foforo quick. Because they are already
yes, but you have to look at the regulations. You know, okay. I think when the person dies or rescinds the decision, there's a particular time.
There is. Okay.
And he says, that time they can quickly make the running mate push to become the flag bearer. Okay. And then they can move on. But as electoral commission, a bit more allow.
Okay. So we wait for electoral commission to give us what the merit. All right. Good morning. We are back in Upper West. Hello. Ali, can you hear me now?
Yes. President Mbusa, I'm called electoral commission time na Mokano.
Okay.
Yes, it's President Mbusa said, electoral commission time na Mokano light in Dumuno. And your mama time not like it, Dum Tembi, not like it, Dumamuti, your mama and I. Now, we're to say, so why is it? Yeah, some not a pumping for I am Munches, you know, Munches at Maya, or mine be Yamania. Your mama time must like Omu Dum light, Dum Soeba. I want to see your papa, they met Dum Son United, open my Dum so and baby. Now, we're so why they don't want one out so. It is Dum Son and Una Uyana, or be about it, or be the head.
All right. Yo, yeah, that's it. Yeah, can't say, yeah, we don't want to ascribe names to some of our own problems, whether a government, B. All we want now is a solution. December 7th, but yeah, a solution. Yenia brew. Yenia bre papa. Entiana ye frana, yaba modern a solution. Mr. Taylor, preparatory chairman.
Yeah, papa, did you say, no, be a cano, fantafo ebe kana yema hema me ekwado nko na nebusafo hina yema ho hyedzen na ya sedo yankopon nara odene be wiasen na odene bodom dam amanya ku freedom party no onara so onye na adom na ongen Abraham no kukum na afesu yentu nsre parliament na chief justice so obaya wo momode wontena ase na won kasa na ma obaya ma asomdwe baba parliament na chief justice wantem no yentumi enye na eyereto na yedzere ba na yedzere kon ombo Ghana yaba pon chew yehia asomdwe bokufo yesre Ghana nyina yeta ho akide na pe asomdwe nti yese obia ba ho na so opede ode basabasaye ode ba wo independent ase de yehia asomdwe. We need peace to develop Boku. We need peace to develop Ghana. And to me asomdwe ontena ya dase bebre ya mention.
All right, so we need peace to develop Boko and we need peace to develop Ghana. Let there be peace. Eno na ye Mr. Nicholas Taylor na no di semwa odi ewie krakrakrakra mpacho oye past late chairman of the Winneba Diocese afi so called Komenko, the great Komenko. All right, eti ahwefo ha na mre ebema ye kwan na ye di enkomodidie no esi enti the Europa 2 na ye wie ye fi ha na se ye ba ye de apomodin ne insurance so e ba be pay mo so me pacho me si be biara obehunu mi bia no edino eyeba akope osofo Adzika Vincent agbamanya. See you soon.
This is the Freeman Methodist Guest House Limited. It is a luxurious and comfortable guest house in the heart of Kumasi. Our guest house features a range of modern and spacious rooms, each with its private bathroom and amenities. Our guests can enjoy various on-site facilities, including a restaurant, conference halls, event center, spacious car park, CCTV cameras, lifts, generator, and many more. We are conveniently located opposite the 𝗟𝗡𝗏 College of Education near the Swami Roundabout in Kumasi and are easily accessible by public transportation. We look forward to welcoming you to the Freeman Methodist Guest House Limited. Contact us by telephone 050-650-8591 or 050-650-8592, or you can email us at fmghlghana@gmail.com or use our website www.fmghotelghana.com. Freeman Methodist Guest House, where serving you is our delight.
Yen in church, Jumedia Sronqua, Methodist, Yasha at the air breb, in church, so you best see a dear, Afa, the new Efanyang Coupon, yes, to Christo, home, Kong, and a sunny to your GDMO anamo. A be pence and pence, a GDN fappem. Yen church, you be pisa, you best see a neighbor home. Kayawe, na yen see a the hour yen church, so yen church, yama GDNO at the hope pepe.
Meye mi fie Christian fie, mema mi kun aye Christiani, na me mofra aye Christian fo, mema mi fie aye Christian fie. Ban papam eye dwumadi a ekoso ewo WTV so. Kasa afa ekwaya ye tete ye mofra. Ekwanya yebefa so ama yaware ayefe ne yaware edimu. Efie entitiye anase efie siesie ene efie nkomodie mu nso yenya ento nchen. Into me to sa frɛ se hwɛ WTV na nneɛma pa bebree ɛwɔ WTV so enwumpa nkomodie papa nneɛma pa ɛbɛboa me ne omienu ɛne yɛmfie kɔso ara na hwɛ WTV.
Ajefo yema yehu akwaba apomodin so ana yedu apomodin segment is proudly sponsored by the PIP Test Institute. PIP Test Institute omo Kumasi Kochi omo na omo hwe yadwene mu nyina mayen se bibi how na untimi enya ho pomasi brampacho tumirika ko eye Kochi PIP Test Institute omo behwe wasemo aka amapa se addiction bi so ensanom basa se edumone basa bi ana ahye so awuntumi enya fa ho dia PIP Test ebetimi aboa anope ye kwanim di for no we continue our education on mental health. Over to you, our dear professionals.
Onipa bia nyame boy said that it is so can say acheche ndanu. One na kra na nye 8 hours. Na ka fa 8 hours here to na fa dia aka no. It is one ka say wa show ho so. So when timi na enough and na be 3 days abo say na boy yare. Onipa na ka say na ma ho say bibi. Enti dey was here ni say it calls for planning. Because some of them you can't do anything about it. For instance, traffic, I said my sister came. And the other thing I say, Ube try said the slightest time I ube nyawo and danumuno. Ube do phone betonche. No wadaka. A lot of people they are not having their enough sleep. When the little time they get to go to bed to, you see them on their phone. And you see the phone will take you to things that you have not. By the time you realize you spend 2-3 hours. And then the sleep is not there at all. Today, can I say if your challenge is about the traffic and you are not having enough sleep, what you do is, since you are leaving home early to the office space, when you get there, try and work within the time. Finish the time that you have. Let your mobile phone and other things be aside. Focus on your work, because I know that if you are supposed to start work at 8, and then because of traffic you left home very early and got like 6 or you start work straight away, so that if you are working with a boss who understands things and where you are, you can finish by before the 5, the normal closing. If you are a serious person, you can commit to your work and make sure that you finish around 3. If I'm supposed to start work at 8 and I came to work at 6 or 7 and I've done my work, I can leave. And it's a flexible arrangement that can be done, especially when you are working. Your boss sees that you are working. You can talk to your boss. He's a human being. Oh, because of where I am and this, normally I get here by 6 or 7. So when I come, I want to start work so that by 3 o'clock I can leave and catch up with the rest of the, and it can be done. Especially when COVID came, it taught us how to do things. And now people even work from home. So we can do that.
Alright, apomodin ana ye na ye die mental health na ye go so hwe almost say ye na kakra ye na kakra tibo modern na ngo nipa de 8 hours en can say utu wenti manye 8 hours na utumi ye between 6 to 7 cranka o you okay, but anything below this is really detrimental to your mental health. Thank you so much PIP Test for holding us up here.
Institute ayaresabia ahotonia sumdua hye edian no wakwankyere ne adekodia poten no a epia ma otokoso wa abrabo mu nanso sensanom ne nubone fa basa betwa wa akwan mu a eyi wa adwene firi obotaye no so wo PIP Test Institute no yebetumi aboa wo ne wabusuafo a muhia mo anyina ma wogye ayemodea ye ayaresabia asebi yebeboa wona wato nsane nubone fantentan mu ayaresabia ibotaye ne se ebeboa adwuma mu nimdifo asuafo ni nipa ahodo nyina ama watu anamwa edikan a edifa ahodie bebre won mpanimfo a ye ne won di dwuma no bi ne wona wo hwe adwene mu yare afutufo ni adokotafo ni anesefo a wode won ho afiri nsanom ne nubone fansem yatete saa nimdifo yi na wo nimdia ne nyoma pa ebo ayarefo no na de atwam nso ne se ayaresan hyehyeye ni gina abefo hyehyemu ni USA hyehyeye a wode di dwuma no PIP Test ayarehwe ne fie die nyina ayepe yayaresan hyehyeye no gu ahodo na ebi ne medical monitored detox program, residential rehabilitation, Yesan to me fire nananom akwa ahodo so sayare. Ne bi nso ne group therapy, 12-step AAA programs, recreational therapy, ne nia ekeka ho. Oyarefo ne da akyehye ase bra ode ne nan besi biaye ho no a. Piptest Institute ya be for ayaresa bia ehwe wona wado suko won sane nubone ifemu. Na ani wiase afana nhyehyeye nyina nso yepe. Adampa ahodo a ye wonu bi ne VIP rooms, professional rooms, standard rooms, and air-conditioned rooms. Laundry services ye free. Ahobambo nsem so wo sro kama. Yesan wo biaya osua de, na eba no aduane sem de a, woni haw kra. Ye na chiru kwan wo Kumasi Kochi e wa Asante Mantam, Ghana. Sa wo pentremu bi anso a, mepa acho, frayan wo 0245 849185 ana 0322 496188. USA Fonson frayan wo 404 735 7697. Abe Fontaine Tansu Behunu Yenwo www.marthaedu.org. Piptest Institute, the Extension Center for Integrative Therapy, home away from home.
All right, so the insurance minute is right upon here now. Say ope baby ubetimi enya insurance policy papa there we are recommending for you Downwell Insurance. Say kobane say a motor policy, house insurance policy, even future policy for your children. You want to make sure say what do you know? A Downwell Insurance. Downwell Insurance can say if it must be done, then it really must be done well. Thank you, Downwell, for holding us up. Well, we will take a spot from Downwell, but agro no was so there eja yedebeto amoso.
Looking for a 247 virtual assistant who calls you by your name and makes you feel welcomed? Meet AC Dunwell, the first bot who connects with you and understands your insurance needs at a click.
Sodeja, Wesleyan TV, we Jesus Christ, Roko Riazi Nala.
Yama refugina chena Yama Obibia Akwaba ene Anopei Enfona WTV Kasam for so agro segment Jubedium Re Edu Subatana say Semono Eba ene Anopei na Fisem ene Amononsem Ahodo and our production team no Ayam Wajuma Ede Amame Messin Kunya ene Anopei made the home semono at the airbre RF4 na me pacho and sebe de bano ebi and say yebebem na yakwako have Black Rockets wamo akache abra IBA World Youth Boxing Championship and air course diploma kuma kunsia and represent Ghana yet the home sem kakra ede ba na fei yetumi abawurem African Basketball Festival no etumi call so na country bang and a winning yet the home sem Ede eba Ghana ene hwan ene bebo wafu so bi grand finale nyankopon eya aduma dwumadi ekoso ewo Togo yede munchirebo no ede eba na elite under 15 tournament no ekoso bepa chow eye coast championship na bana wiye ade se place awodo bi etumi bo mo modern yede omo nsem no ede eba ene anopai ewo WTV kasamfo nyine so na yɛtumi akɔ amonɔne akɔ hwɛ de nsɛm sitie na yɛwɔba wure mu tennis Yannick Sena wɔde nsɛm kakra ɛde ato dwa ɛde afa Carlos Alcaraz wɔno ɛne Carlos Alcaraz wɔn ɛso ɛho yɛde mu nkyɛbu no ɛde ɛba United ɛne coach 𝗟𝗏𝗘 ɛyɛ adeɛ sɛ ɛne contract no ɛtumi ayɛnde na sɛn ɛna United for no wɔn ɛde ato dwa yɛde mu nkyɛbu no ɛbɛtumi ɛde aba afei coach bɛn ɛna ne yi ne deɛ aba bɛto dwa sɛ United enya no a wɔn bɛtumi akɔtabere